Hello and welcome to Reservoir Red Dogs, the Nottingham Forest podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at RRD1865. You can email us your memories and stories to rrd1865@outlook.com. And if you listen to this on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast, do leave us a review and it helps other Red Dogs find it. I'm Matt Ford and I'm joined as always by Paul Macgregor. Hello, Paul.
Hi, mate. How you doing?
Very good. We've been working together quite a lot lately.
We have. Are we allowed to mention the other one?
Of course we are, yeah.
Oh,
Been
we
on
did
Absolute
rock and roll
Radio,
didn't we?
We did rock and roll football on Absolute Radio. Hopefully we'll do a few more together in the future.
I loved it. It was great. Loads of fun.
It's been a real pleasure doing this on a national stage.
Ugh.
I feel sorry for the listeners of Absolute Radio who aren't Forest fans. We've been bombarded by me just drooling over you for 3 hours for the last couple of Saturdays. But at the time of recording, it was a couple of Saturdays ago. Today we have a very, very special guest in the Red Dog Corner from Gedling in Nottingham. 25 fights, 23 wins, 13 coming by way of knockout. The former British and Commonwealth Masters champion, WBO European Featherweight champion, and the reigning Commonwealth Featherweight champion, Leigh Lethal Wood.
Need to do a bit of shadowboxing right now.
Ah, yeah.
That's my best Michael Buffer impression I could muster. Leigh, what a pleasure to have you here, man.
No, thanks for having me.
You're a massive Forest fan. Let's just talk boxing first. Your fight the other week against Jazza Dickens, which I felt you were very unlucky not to get the points decision at the end, and particularly in the 10th round, where I thought you were going to knock him out.
I think he owed it for his life, didn't he, in that last round, the dying seconds. But no, I think he had his game plan right. I had a bad night. I didn't box as good as I can box. I had to just grind it out, kind of thing. Round 9 probably cost me the fight. He caught me with a shot, and I was all over the shop. I managed to stay on my feet. I come back in the 10th, but I think it was a little bit too late. But it was a close fight. Yeah, I just got to learn from it and come again.
Well, we can't wait for your next fight. Watching the post-fight interview, I mean, you look like you'd barely broken a sweat, and his face was an absolute state.
Yeah, frustrating. I caught him with some good shots. I know I hurt him. His coach after the fight said, look, you really hurt him a few times. But I felt like I never could nail him again. Every time I caught him, he was constantly off-centre with his shots. He was very clever, very neat, very tidy. But like I said, it's just experience. And I'll pick off what he did well in that fight and add little bits to my own game as well. So, yeah, it's all learning.
Tony Bellew was there, and he was clearly massively impressed with you.
It was basically me v Bellew, wasn't it, that fight? I think you threw more punches than both of us. He was running around the ring shadowboxing, but no, he was full of praise for me after the fight, so it's nice to hear. It is nice to hear.
You're obviously the second Forest fan we've had who's gone on to be a great boxer. Do you talk to Carl Froch much? Is he giving you any advice?
Yeah, I seen him on Saturday after the fight. He gives me advice all the time. He does. He's so experienced. He's been there, done it all. One of the best British fighters ever. So it's good for him to pass on his knowledge to me as well. From being from the same little village in Gedling, went to the same school in Gedling. We're very similar. So many similarities. I read his book, and it's quite scary.
Yeah, I loved the book.
I think his date of birth's like the 2nd of the 7th, 77. Mine's like the 1st of the 8th, 88. There's all these little weird things. Yeah, so many weird little things, and like. I was reading the book. He went to Gedling, but he wanted to go with us. And he said in his book, like, he was really upset. All his mates went with us. His mum sent him Gedling. And I was the same. I was in the area for Willers. But my mum said, no, you're going Gedling. I went Gedling. Your dad went Gedling. And I remember crying on my bed because all my mates went with us and I was going Gedling. But reading the book, it's quite frightening, all the similarities. But no, it's good to get advice off him and try and keep using his experience, keep giving a nudge here and there for help. But yeah, he does help me out.
I never knew that about him. I mean, another thing you might not know about him is he fought in front of 80,000 people at Wembley.
Didn't know that.
Never mentions it.
It never mentions that.
One thing he did do, which you do as well, is have the Forest crest on your shorts. I mean, it looks amazing on a pair of boxing shorts. Does that give you anything extra?
You're telling me you've not got Nottingham Forest boxing shorts?
I've got Nottingham Forest kit shorts that I use
you
as
must
pajamas.
have pants.
You know what? I used to have a pair
people.
of Forest briefs that my mum got me when I was about 10, and on the front of these pants had the Forest tree, and it said, I hang around the city ground.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why is my mum buying me stuff like that? I don't know.
It's,
that was official merch.
To be honest, I don't really put them on to get anything out of it. I have Forest on one side, I have the Nottingham Panthers badge on the other side. They both get behind me. and I do what I can for them as well. So it's like kind of Nottingham helping each other out.
Right.
I said in recent interviews, and I always, if anyone's coming through sport-wise, needs a nudge and wants some help, if there's anything I can do for you, get in touch because I'll help you out. They help me out. I help everyone I can. Because sport's hard, you have to be dedicated. You sacrifice a lot. All sports, you sometimes away from home. It's hard. It's an hard graft. It's an hard graft, especially boxing. You're making weight away from family, training a lot, tired. You miss out a lot. You sacrifice a lot, like most people in most sports. But yeah, if there's anything I can do for anyone, just give us a nudge and I'll help you out. There's a girl coming through, Samantha Harris, at the minute I'm getting behind. She's a really good runner. She's just got her first GB vest, so she's out supporting them. She's from Nottingham as well. She won't get in as well. So yeah, anyone, just give us a nudge. If there's anything I can do, give us a shout.
What about non-sport? I mean, could you put some of my tour dates on your shorts?
Yeah,
Matt4.com/live.
Let's bang them on.
I'm doing Nottingham on the 13th of May, actually, at the Spiegel.
He had to get it in, didn't he?
Oh, I've got to plug it, haven't I?
Yeah, well.
13th of May. Few tickets still available, Matt4.com/live. I need a logo that you could put on your shorts.
I'll make you one.
Yeah, it'd be filthy, though, wouldn't it?
What?
So is the dream, I mean, obviously, I imagine you want to be a world champion. I've no doubt that will happen. Is the dream to have a world title fight at the City Ground?
That is the dream. I think for me, it's giving myself a bit of history because, like I said, Carl went and won everything. He's gone and done everything. He's been there, done it, and he's one of the best British fighters ever. So for me to go kind of leave my own mark and my own history, it'd be nice to do something he didn't do. To headline at the City Ground in a world title eliminator or a world title fight would have to be that big to get there.
Man.
It would have to be that big, but it's on the cards. It's on the cards. I need to.
Have you spoken to the club?
The club works closely. I've spoken to the club, the chairman, about the grass. I've been into great detail, to be honest. Numbers, gates, everything. No, I've spoke to him. Yeah, I mean, it's doable. It's doable.
Right.
It might have put me back a little bit a few weeks ago, but luckily it wasn't an onslaught and it was a close fight, and I feel like I can win that. I can win them kind of fights, but I had a bad night. But yeah, I mean, I need to keep winning now. I need to make sure there's no more hiccups. I need to come back in June. I'm back in London. Great. I need to look good. I need to look strong. I'm already starting to eye up who I'm fighting and that. Starting to build a picture and prepare. So yeah, I mean, it's in the pipeline.
Good man.
That's so exciting.
Oh.
A box, because that was the one thing I always wanted from Froch was a fight at the City Ground, and he got so close. But then obviously,
did he ever talk about it?
Oh yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, it was touted a few times.
I think it was. Yeah, they mentioned it. Then obviously, I think the Groves fight, the second one was just too big. Too big.
It was massive.
Wow.
I was at both of those Groves fights.
Were
The
you?
first one in Manchester and the second one at Wembley Stadium. It was out of this world. Particularly the second one when he knocks him out. It was amazing.
I saw him fight in Nottingham, and I had to usher my dad out under the cover like this. It was absolutely mayhem. Just like groups of lads fighting obviously in the crowd. I was like sitting there. I didn't expect it to be like this at all. I was going out with my 70-year-old dad going, "Keep your head down, man."
Was that
horrible?
The arena, was it?
It was, yeah.
I know what fight. That would have been the Tony Dodson fight. I think.
Right.
So I mean, we could be watching you at the City Ground in the next few years.
It's a possibility, yeah. I mean, with Eddie as well, like he's absolutely took boxing to a whole different level.
Yeah.
So I mean, all I've got to do now is look good, keep winning, and next step's June, and just take it step by step. But I mean, there's like fighters like Warrington. He's done it. There's Callum Smith's done it. There's so many fighters now that's just pushing onto them big stadium bills, and why not? Why not? And I'd love to be the first to do it.
You've been out on the pitch.
I think I've been out on the pitch more than most players. I do get a lot of messages saying
Definitely more than me.
Nice to see Leigh Wood out again. When are you going to give him a number for a top and all this? No, it's nice. You know, they get behind me. I get a really good reception. I remember the first time I went on. It was before British title fight in 2014. Yeah. And there's got a few claps. Not many people know who you are, but they get behind you. They give you a few claps on that. And then when I went back as a champion after the Commonwealth title win, it was incredible. I was like, I didn't even expect it. It's like nearly every person that was out there for the crowd, like it was weird. It was surreal. It was so good.
Amazing.
It must be. I mean, just even being on the pitch as a fan is just. And you're somebody who's obviously used to boxing in like a ring with an audience and like big adrenaline nights in big venues. But there's something about, particularly the
Have you ever
Forest
been on
Gump.
at half time? You know, when there's a crowd there.
No. Have you?
Well, yeah.
You've been on during matches.
I've actually been on the actual pitch. But yeah, do you know, since I've been away from it, like when you come back, when I went down to Plymouth the other week, it was like guest of honour and all that kind of stuff. When you walk out onto the pitch at half time and there's still all the crowd there, then that's when you kind of go, oh, yeah, I miss this, man.
I was a mascot. I went on before a match when it was busy. So I've been on the pitch when the stadium was full, yeah.
And how many years ago was that?
1993. So it was quite a long time ago. Yeah, all right, fair point.
There's certain games you'd like to. It's like when I go on the ice at Panther. That's a different experience. You don't want to stack it,
of course.
But at the same time, you know, you need to walk out a little bit so people can see you. But there's two games really you want. If you're going on the pitch at Forest, it'd be nice to go on the Derby game.
Yes.
But it's like talk to Ben who organises things. It's just mayhem on a Derby day, so it's hard to do. And when I go on the ice at Panthers, is Steelers. Steelers is a sellout normally. It's a massive game.
So when you walk out on the ice, do you have to wear ice skates or just
no? So
special shoes.
Normally, if
like a bowling.
Yeah,
it's just if you walk flat-footed, you're all right. If you start to move fast or don't quite get your foot in, it can go drastically wrong real quick. But yeah, no, I walk flat-footed and. It's not too bad. If it's freshly cut ice, they wipe over it.
Yes,
if it's freshly cut like that, it is lethal, literally lethal. But if you've just been skating on it, it's a bit of cut in the ice. It's not too bad.
So you can't be strutting out with some champion swagger, can you?
No.
The week before a fight as well, breaking every bone in your body.
When I boxed in Nottingham, after I won the Commonwealth, come back defended against Doyle. We boxed at the arena, and we did a promotion before. So my cameraman, we went to the arena when no one was there midday. Cameraman wanted to flick the lights off. Al stood there, they flicked the lights on, zoom out, and then play a bit of music and that. I'm stood there, they shut the lights go off. He's got this white light on his camera. He's going around like that. All of a sudden, boof, the light goes up in the air. He stacked it, didn't he? He stacked it. His name, Alex Bowser is his name. So I still ain't got that footage, and I keep asking him for it. And he's a massive Forest fan as well, so he might be listening to this. If he is, please give me that footage.
Email it to rrd1865@outlook.com. We will put it out there. If you could have any Forest player, whether it's the current squad or from history, carrying your belt for you into a ring before a fight, who would you have?
It's gonna have to be.
It's a tough decision.
If I could have anyone. You know, Forest related, it'd be Clough.
Yeah,
it'd be Clough. But I'm not sure about
Zach Clough.
Imagine it'd have to be Brian Clough. But
of course,
player wise, I don't know. It's hard to pick a single player.
Who was your favourite player when you first started going to watch?
I'm not sure, but I remember when I was young, there was a kid. What was his name?
Macgregor?
No,
Macgregor? I'd have been way before him.
No, at the time, I think I was at primary school, and you run around kicking the ball, screaming the player's name.
Yeah.
Like the commentator. He's got a strange name. Was he from Holland?
Pierre van Hooijdonk.
That's his name. Yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing.
So we used to shout his name running around. Yeah, is that where he's from? Holland, was it?
Yeah.
Pierre van Hooijdonk. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy. So we was at primary school. We was running around shouting his name. Man, that sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But you know, probably him. To be fair, if I could pick a player, he was good. But yeah, there's been some crazy talent in the Forest lineup.
So do you remember your first Forest game?
My uncle used to take me with my granddad. I remember running around as a kid in the ground, not really watching much football. I was very young.
How old?
Probably about 5 or 6.
Yeah, so young to be going.
I've took my daughter. You know, my daughter's 5 in a few months, and I've took her a few times. She gets amongst it. She watches it, but she don't actually watch the game. But she gets involved with the crowds and that. And it's a bit young, innit?
Yeah.
So I don't take her too much, and that's another reason I don't really make a lot of Saturday games too often because I have my daughter on a Saturday. So
I've not taken my daughter. Just
how old is she?
She's 8.
Okay, so she's
into footy. She likes footy. But just the effing and jeffing would wind me up. If you're in a boozer, right, and it's a pub, and it's families are there, and you understand that adults are there also, so you're going to get a bit of this. But you know when you've got someone just going, it's a pub, mate, and effing and blinding, just like, yeah, I know it's a pub. But
sorry about that. That was out of order of
I know,
nature,
well, yeah. We expect it from you. But yeah, if you're at the game and there's someone giving it stacks, you just, come on, man, like, pay my money. I know you do. I know. But,
so do we.
You know.
And there's a child here.
There's a child here.
That's
yeah,
the crucial
go
thing. So when you used to go with your granddad
Yeah, my uncle as well.
and your uncle, would they sit in a particular part of the ground?
I think I was so young, but I think as I got older, I was in Lower Bridgeford. When I won the Commonwealth title and I come back onto the pitch the first time as a champion, they was just like, they took over. They was chanting my name and everything.
Amazing.
That must be
And
so cool.
I know a lot of people that sit in Lower Bridgeford from Gedling and that, and like I think a lot of them Lower Bridgeford are home and away fans.
Yes.
So that's why they probably got the best chance as well.
Yeah, that's so true. It's a totally different experience going away from home. It's like a different atmosphere. Like there is more singing and there's more like.
Yeah, I think because they have chants you don't hear at home as well.
Yes.
I think like because it's the same faces, the same people, they have the chance and they build them up and they all get involved. They don't travel hundreds of miles all around all year to just sit there and watch.
Of course,
they will get involved and get behind the team, and they get the chance that they get them going, don't they? It's like Millwall. They took over our ground. Millwall away. I mean, there was quite a few thousand, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just took over, didn't they?
Millwall have always been loud when they've come, haven't they? Like there are some teams that always, like Leeds have always been good. Newcastle, I remember. Like there are some clubs that travel well and like make a lot of noise. So do you have like particular games that are particularly fond memories? Are there any standout moments as a fan, or seasons, or moments?
I think did we go down and come back up? That was one.
Yeah.
I mean, a few years ago when we all went on the pitch after staying up.
That
was a good memory. But,
so did you go on the pitch?
Yeah.
And when people going, it's Leigh Wood.
No, I just stay low key. No, joking. No, I just.
The stewards must
it's
be
different. It's different when I'm at the game because it's just going to the game. Like a few people ask for photos and that, but I just sit in the stands.
Yeah.
But yeah, a few people ask for photos. I signed a kid's cast the other day when I was at the game. That was different. No, but yeah, I just get involved and just the same as anyone else. So I pay my money. I go to sit in the stands with everyone else, and I've after a fight, I have a pie or a couple of packs of chocolate and make the most of it. But no, because normally when I come, my daughter's eating sweets. Do you want one, Dad? I'm like, no, I'm not allowed. Yeah, just sneak one. I'm like, I can't. Yeah.
We'll have a word with Johnny. We'll get him carried to the game on a throne like Tyson.
I love the experience of match day, though. I do.
There's nothing like it. I mean, do you in terms of the music and that, has that given you any ideas for ring walks and things?
Yeah, well, that's funny because I've tried so many different things. Obviously, Mull of Kintyre wants to be the one that I come out to, but I tried it in Hull when I boxed in 2014 and it just didn't work because I wanted a Forest here, but. Now my Forest kind of fan base has got bigger. Obviously, after my fight in Nottingham, we sung a few songs. We all sung along, and that was crazy. And that was literally when I can type at the end of the fight, everyone singing along to it.
That must
have been a few thousand there left when they were singing that. If you're not seeing that, it's on my Instagram. You can go have a look. It's quite special. So now my Forest fan base is growing. I think Mull of Kintyre in Nottingham will work. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
But away from home, maybe not so much.
Mate, can you imagine that a title fight at the City Ground? Everyone's singing that.
It does pick you up as well. It does pick you up. There's another song Forest plays. So they play a song. It's kind of slow start, and then do they play Born Slippy? Is it?
Yeah, Underworld.
Yeah,
I love that. The opening bars.
So I like that, but if you listen to the actual song, it takes too long, and it takes way too long.
Yeah,
I've thought about that, but yeah, I think. I mean, if anyone's got any ideas for me for away fights, is a shout. But 100% next time I'm in Nottingham, it's Mull of Kintyre, 100%, and I can't wait for it as well.
So during fights, if people are chanting like Forest chants, whatever. I mean, you must be so focused during a fight. But does that have an effect on you? Does it give you that burst of adrenaline?
Yeah, you hear like in my last fight, nothing.
Yeah, right. Oh,
and
man.
I think, right, you're having it. Right, come on, it does inject a little bit of. It picks you up. It lifts you. It definitely lifts you.
Is it similar when because when I played in the lower leagues, you'd hear everybody in the crowd. Like you'd hear individual abuse, and it's much harder because you'd hear those. But when you play it like Anfield or Old Trafford or something, you wouldn't. There's nothing individual. It becomes more focused. Is it similar with boxing?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll be that focused. Anyone, even my corner, I won't hear him.
Wow.
I won't hear him. But sometimes you pick up an odd, distinctive voice, but you subconsciously you hear it, but you don't really. It's like you're staring at something and someone's telling you something, but you're just thinking about.
It doesn't go through the machine.
You're thinking about staring at that thing, and you're staring at that thing, and you hear it, but you don't kind of absorb it. That's quite a surreal feeling. Weird.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. I mean, I've obviously never been a boxer or a footballer, so I can't really.
But chanting wise, you do hear chants. You do hear them, obviously, because it's like everyone's getting involved and you're concentrating, but you hear that, and then you kind of think, yeah, that's where I'm from. They're all here for me. They've come to see me do something special, and I'm going to do something special. You know what I mean?
Wow. Well, that's it. Yeah, so it has an effect on your opponent as well. If you're fighting in Nottingham and everyone's roaring Nottingham.
Yeah, that's the thing. So when you're in Nottingham, like I said to everyone, I had the biggest support down in the golden contract. So the other featherweights, there was a semi-final, so there's 4 of us left. Out of all the other featherweights, I sold more tickets than them. Not only just that, if you put all these together, I think I outnumbered them 2-1. Just outnumbered 2-1. That's crazy because they're in London as well.
Yeah, York Hall.
So, York Hall, London, yeah. So I took over 370, I think it was. 370.
That's incredible.
Yeah, for smaller boxing. So the capacity of the thing, I think, was 1,200.
Yeah.
So they had 8 fights. So that's 16 fighters.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
I did like, what, nearly a quarter. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, more than a quarter.
But that's just going to grow and grow and grow now.
Yeah, that's it.
It thrills me, like the individual sports, the mentality. Yes. I love sitting opposite somebody that, I've played in team. It's very different, I would imagine. So when I hear someone speak who's a snooker player, for example, or a boxer, just the mentality of it, the singular vision, I just find amazing. Yeah, because you don't have it as a football. You have something very different, and you have that kind of warrior mentality where you're all going, come on, let's all go, come on, hey, we do that. You don't have that. It's like you have that focus, like, right, this is all about me. Everyone's behind me. That's great, and I've had all the training, and now it's me now. Here we go. It's me and you, mate. Let's go. Love it. Man.
I mean, it's most people. It would be a nightmare to be in a boxing match. Like I imagine there'd be people listening to this who have it as a recurring.
Can you imagine just stood opposite someone,
my mum,
ready to go?
Like my mum's not had it easy with me because since I was a kid, and I've always loved anything that's just not really supposed to be doing. So like whether it's like flying around on motorbikes, quad bikes, or jumping off cliffs, on into deep sea, or boxing as well. Like no one wants to see that. But that's just me, and nothing makes me feel more alive than doing things like that. And I was in my last fight. If you look back on Sky, a few people asked me this, like, what would you shouting at your coach? So I think it was the 6th or 7th round. I come back and he said, Don't let him bully you like that or something. Don't let him land them shots. He's landing more and more. And I just said to him, I love this. I love it. I love it.
Wow.
Like, it was getting hard, and there's nothing I love more. Like I want to be in these fights where they're hard, and there's nothing makes me feel more
different breed, man.
Alive and like. Do you know what I mean? I just said I love it, and then I said move out the way. I'm going to get up early because if he sees me get up early every round, they thought I was going to gas. They thought I was going to gas out because of a fight I had in 2014 at the wrong weight when I was weight drained and I gassed out. But Tony Bellew was to my left, and he was looking like this. So I smiled at him. I was like, let me up. So I moved like that. I stood up early, and I made sure I was up early every round just to show him that I wasn't getting tired. I was really fit. After 20 seconds of sitting down in the corner, I was already recovered. So, he was saying, don't let him come back. He's landing more and more. I was like, I love this. I love it. Move out of the way.
So there's never any fear?
No, never. No, I love.
That's just incredible.
nothing makes me feel more alive than boxing. I love
Being
it.
punched
So,
in
yeah.
the face.
Well, I try not to get a punch, but I try to do the punching. But yeah, nothing makes me feel more alive.
I saw Mike Tyson on the Joe Rogan show, and I found it. You know when Tyson's talking, and all of a sudden his eyes just go black, and you go, whoa. And he's talking about the guy who he used to be. So Joe Rogan's like, you were the baddest man on the planet. You were incredible. Tyson just clearly uncomfortable. He doesn't like talking about it because he's kind of like this other person that he got trained to be. And he just hates talking about that guy who used to be in the ring. He had an interview with somebody recent. I think it might have been, I can't remember who it was. And he breaks down in tears because retrospectively, when he looks back at the mentality of the person who he was that just went into that ring, was like, right, I am just going to eat you alive. Just the horror.
Well, he did with Evander Holyfield.
He had a good crack, didn't he?
Yeah. I find that incredible that he's like this really lovely, nice, gentle man now. And when he looks back at that person...
It's got like a Simpsons voice. I would never do that to his face.
Yeah. That was morphing into Trump then.
It was. It was a beautiful fight, by the way. Very, very good fight that I enjoyed. Do you feel like that about yourself then, Lee? Do you, in a way, when you're fighting, is it like a persona?
No, I mean, I am who I am kind of thing. And I just give what I can give. I feel like I like to be different. So my style is kind of like I switch it, I move, I try to have a bit of flair. He tried to take that away from me in my last fight, so it was a bit of a mess. But that's how I enjoy to box. I like to be exciting, unpredictable, and have flair. And that's kind of like my personality as well. I like to do things how everyone else does things. I kind of do things a little bit different. So yeah, just
like jumping off cliffs.
Just way of expressing myself. And I think I am a bit of an adrenaline kid, but yeah, that's what I enjoy, I guess.
So with Forest, as a fan, do you like buy the kit and stuff like that?
I normally get a few tops off some of the stuff at Forest. To be honest, I've just got my own place. I want a Forest kit signed, so I need to get that sorted. But
we can sort that through here, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I need to get something framed for the wall. But yeah,
yes.
I get the tops off them. If not, I'll buy one as well. So yeah, I mean, I always have the newest kit. Just like any other fan, to be honest.
Do you have a favourite kit?
I have what, in old time?
Yeah.
If you go on my Instagram, I think it's got to be my favourite. People call it, you either love it or hate it. It's a bit Marmite. It's a yellow kit, and it was massive.
Got it from my...
It's the one on your phone, isn't it?
Yeah.
The ZX Spectrum throwing up on it.
That
thing.
That's the one. Labatt's one, yeah.
94 to 96.
I had to wear that thing. It was disgusting. Massive as well, about 4 sizes too big.
Was I about 6 or 7? Yeah, so there's a picture of me wearing that, and it looks like I've got a coat on.
Yeah.
me and my brother. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think, can we just have something a bit different? Like that was different.
That was bonkers.
I think Forest should have a green away kit, That's a big shot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Like dark green, because I think that's why I box in
There's
white and green.
Labatt's one, didn't they? They had a green Labatt's.
When that same time that was it?
There was a third kit
before that.
In 91 or 92 with a zigzag across it.
Yeah.
I think it was only worn once away at Lincoln United, not even Lincoln City.
Really?
In a pre-season game, it's on YouTube. Psycho wearing it. I think that might have been Shipston's era. But yeah, if you go on...
He'd be a good person to walk me out.
Yeah, that'll do.
But wasn't there a green one? There was like green with like black shoulders a few years ago. Was it a Victor Chandler away kit? But it didn't quite look right. But a full green away kit would be amazing.
Nice, it's got to be the right shade, that Nottingham green, that Robin Hood green, I think. That's why I have the green. I think it's a proper Nottingham colour, green is. That's why I have
Clough
it.
sweater green.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, Forest. I think Forest should have an away kit, green with a bit of white shorts or something. I think would be mint.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, give him a shot, give him a knock.
The powers that be are listening.
Put it out there.
Oh, man, that's such a good idea. Really good. It would be like Cluffy Green Robin Hood. That would sell loads.
I reckon, yeah.
Yeah.
Because on the whole, most football kits, like you occasionally get one you really like. I mean, I've got loads of Forest kits.
A few of my mates brought the, I think it was the last World Cup. Who was it? It was a crazy kit.
Nigeria, was it? Or was it?
Yeah,
that was
sold
incredible.
Out, sold out. Because it's just a cool kit. I mean,
yeah.
If you can get a cool kit, people are going to buy it, aren't they?
There's quite a few. I mean, like City's designed by the guy who did City's away kit.
It's got the Hacienda thing on the shoulder.
Peter Saville, innit?
Is that right?
Yeah, designer. Did all the Joy Division stuff as well. designed for all the factory records.
That'd be great. We
Artists.
should get Paul Smith.
I was just about to say, get Paul Smith on the job.
Why is that not? Why has that never happened?
Paul Smith to do a Green Away kit.
Yeah.
Paul, if you're listening, sort it out. Or someone who works at Paul, there must be.
I know loads of people at Smithies, man.
Of course, yeah, you're a link to fashion. So you're the snappy dresser.
Quite clearly.
So do you ever buy like programs or like prints or stuff like that? Because I think I'm the only one who does stuff like that sometimes.
Programs, yeah, I do sometimes buy the program, especially if I take my daughter, which is quite rare. But I always buy the program for her. I get the program every time I'm on the pitch because I'm in the program as well. So I do buy the program. Yeah.
So we're going to ask you now the sorts of questions footballers used to get asked in football magazines. So what's your favourite film?
I've got a lot of favourite films that I enjoy watching, but to top it off, I'm going to say The Wolf of Wall Street is one of my
That's a
favourite
great film.
It's a mint film, isn't it? And I've seen it so many times, literally, I've lost count. I know most of it word for word, but yeah.
It's the bit where he's crawling down the hotel steps to try and get in the car. It's an incredible scene.
On Ludes.
So what would the other contenders be if it wasn't Wolf of Wall Street? What were the others?
I've got quite a mixture of types of films. There's a film I think Mel Gibson produced called Apocalypto.
Oh, yes.
I enjoyed that film.
Yeah, it's amazing.
When they're running through the jungle and getting chased down. Yeah, I thought that was a really good film. All the old school films like Back to the Future, I love them.
Yes.
I love them. Obviously, Rockies, maybe Rocky 2, 3 and 4.
4's my favourite ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
It's
I'm all
incredible.
over it.
As a kid, like there's so many films like Never Ending Story. I used to love that. Just like all these classics, like
Goonies.
I say to these to people now, and they're like, they're a bit young, like never seen it. I'm like, fuck, all right. Showing my
I'm
age
introducing my daughter to them all at the minute. I went for Gremlins the other week.
Great,
brilliant film.
It is, but it's a proper horror. It's
really scary.
You're like,
you don't remember
that's
how
quite
scary it is as a kid, do you? I just think,
they're evil.
Yeah, she was scared stiff.
When you get them wet, is it?
That's right. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't put water on them.
Yeah.
And then
Rambo as well.
Rambo's really scary.
They did a recent First Blood, didn't they?
Yeah,
Last Blood, I think they called it. I think they genuinely did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Did you watch the new Bad Boys? You seen the new Bad Boys?
No, I haven't. No.
It's quite good. Yeah. You see, the thing is, I train in Sheffield, in the week, and because we're not really allowed to eat a lot, we can't really go out and drink or anything. So a lot of the time we go cinema nearly every day and just watch every film that comes out. So I've seen probably most films that have been out, worth watching anyway. Yeah.
Loads of Maltesers and popcorn.
Well, we're not allowed anything, are we? So
of course.
So we go. We literally go. We live a mile from Meadowhall, so we go to cinema in Meadowhall and we get a cup of tea. And that's it.
Some grilled chicken.
We get a cup of tea. No, just a cup of tea. We get a cup of tea. We go and watch a film and go back.
So do you think, like, obviously you've got years left in your career, but do you think, I can't wait to retire and then I can just eat pies all the time? Maltesers?
Sometimes when I'm in camp, I do think like that. When I'm near a fight, I think, can't wait to get this fight over and eat something. And then I have 2 weeks of eating, I'm like, you know what? It's not what it's cracked up to be.
That's right.
I'd rather be feeling, but because you just feel crap. But I mean, when I'm in camp, I'm fit and I feel good. I've got a nice set of abs on there. Then they don't last long after a fight, and I think, why did I do that? I worked so hard for that.
How quickly does that go? Because I've never had a nice set of abs.
I feel like they're slowly drifting out now, so I'm going to start training again. But I mean, it's hard work to get fat.
Yeah.
It's expensive as well.
Is it?
It's so much. I've not stopped eating. I've had literally everything. My auntie, she makes me school desserts. So she works at school kitchen.
Amazing.
After a fight,
I've got to come round for that.
She makes me cornflake tart. After this fight, she did me. It's coconut jam, is it?
Yeah.
Sponge, coconut jam sponge.
Oh.
It was amazing.
She do caramel tarts.
She can do anything, literally, and she does it in the silver tray at school.
Yeah, like proper old school.
Proper like.
Is she still a dinner lady?
She runs the school kitchen at Stand Up.
Whereabouts? Which one?
Stand Up Primary
Oh
School.
my word!
So you should open a shop doing that.
I'm just about to say.
No.
I'm thinking about doing like an Instagram and like a shop and a bakery.
Oh, it'd be so good.
But I'm thinking like, will people like want to buy the trays or individual slices?
Everything.
The lot, yeah. You could do for like
Proper branded up as just a school canteen.
Kitchen puddings, school puddings, yeah.
School pudding.
Oh
done.
my God, she'd make millions. Just from me and you, probably.
Watch this space, because I'm thinking about.
You need to do it quickly now because it's now on air.
I know, everyone else.
Trust me, she's good. She can make it all.
Well, that's it. She's the magic. So other people can have the idea, but they haven't got her in the corner, have they?
And that's it. And
knocking it up.
To be honest, they're exactly like there was at school, literally.
But just not semolina.
Oh no!
None of those horrible ones. Custard with the
food
skin on
colouring
it.
in. What are you doing? Blue rice pudding.
Back to the what was we talking about? Getting fat.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's. I think like as soon as I get to the stage where I can't box anymore, it's gonna hurt me a lot because I love boxing.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. And
do you think you'll chase the adrenaline with something else?
I think I'll do. Yeah, I'll do something else. I mean, I've always, since I was really young, I wanted to do motocross, but I went from a family with a lot of money, so it was a very expensive thing to do. You have to buy it, like, maintaining it, and you need really some of the experience. Like your dad should have raced or something.
Yeah.
Normally they pass it down the family a little bit. And I was obsessed with motorbikes. I was literally nuts as well. So I never did that, and I always wanted to do it. But whilst boxing, it's so dangerous. I'll just come off. But I've always had quad bikes, and I'm a bit of a nutter on them. So when I finish boxing, I might do a bit of Sunday racing or something like that. My mates talked about surfing, doing a bit of travelling and things like that.
Great.
But I've got kids, so can't go for too long. But yeah, they're the kind of things I'm
just
looking
a couple
at.
of months.
I mean, my mum's gonna she's gonna hate it. Even no matter how old I get, she's still concerned. But maybe base jumping, that looks good.
Oh man,
no!
Just jump off something tall and pull your parachute. I'd hope for the best.
Oh, that sounds.
Why do people do these things?
Please, Lee. What's your favourite meal to cook?
To cook in camp or out of camp, that's totally different.
Okay.
Both.
Yeah, both. Yeah, what in camp?
In camp, I do this dish. It's
of course you have
jerk.
a Lee camp.
Yeah, in camp. So I do this jerk salmon, and pasta with this special sauce that I was travelling and found this sauce. So it's sweet chili sauce and what do you call it? Cream cheese, low fat cream cheese. So you throw the cream cheese in the pan, melt it a little bit, throw the sweet chili sauce in, stir it up a little bit, put that in with your pasta, jerk salmon on the top, bit of veg on the side, our broccoli stem. I normally fry it in a bit of like Himalayan pink sea salt. It tastes amazing.
Nice.
It tastes like got a bit of a chip food taste to it, you know, when you're dieting.
Oh,
that is my favourite meal in camp. Yeah, by a long shot.
And what about out of camp?
Out of camp, just a massive Domino's pizza.
Yes.
Plain cheese and tomato pizza, yeah.
Just a cheese
And then I
tomato?
go, this is funny, I go Domino's pizza, I get my plain cheese and tomato pizza, then I go Pizza Hut and get my cookie dough.
Yes. Yes. Why don't more
yeah.
people do that? Get your main from one place and your sides and your pudding from another.
Isn't there a well-known takeaway delivery place?
Oh, yes,
now
so you could technically do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair point. Favourite holiday destination?
I've been Mexico twice and I loved it. I went as a family kind of holiday, and then I went with the lads as well to Cancun.
Wow.
That place, you can't go wrong. The resorts are really good, they look after you. The food's good. And obviously, if you want to find a party, you can find it. If you want to chill on the beach, the sea is warm, like bathwater warm.
Really?
Yeah, it's unreal. So yeah, I mean, that's probably my favourite place I've been. I've been to Vegas, but I didn't really enjoy it because, well, I enjoyed it, but I didn't really get to experience like the party side of it because I was training. It was for Kell Brook fight in 2014.
Yes.
So I didn't really get to see what I wanted to see, but I'd love to go back. My friends actually came to my fight last Friday, and they flew out the next day to watch Fiora.
Wow.
And they went straight on the road kind of
What
thing.
a weekend they had.
Yeah. So I'd like to do that. I'd like to go out and enjoy it properly, like do a bit of gambling and not go mad, but just enjoy. You know, just have fun.
What about fighting in Vegas?
That would be good. Obviously, it'd be
MGM
second behind the Forest Ground fight, but I think that's a lot of fighters' dreams, you know, to fight in Vegas. So.
I always wanted to see Froch. I thought, do the City Ground and do, because there was a period when he was talking about fighting Golovkin after the second Groves fight. And
He was calling him out a bit, wasn't he? He was talking
Oh
about it.
man, I was like, please do it. He probably made the right decision actually retiring after Wembley because that was just incredible. If you were a footballer, if you were playing for Forest, what position would you play?
I've got 2 left feet, you know.
So left back would make sense then.
I'd probably, I'm not really big enough to be in goal, but I'd probably say I'm fast and I'm fit. I'll probably be back somewhere.
Wing back then, up and
Yeah,
down,
wing back,
getting up and
kind of
down.
Andy Robertson style bombing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I played five-a-side last week. I nailed a few goals in, to be fair. But,
No one's going to dare tackle you.
That's the thing. I'm a bit ruthless and I'm a bit reckless.
Are you a bit naughty on a park as well?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
But like, no, I'm non-stop, so I'm like a dog with a ball. You just throw it, keeps going. You throw it anyway, it'll chase the ball. So I'm like that. So if I was side, everyone's like
somebody the post.
everyone's got like no, like on five side, like everyone's got the positions and they kind of stick around. I'm just like everywhere. I'll go where the ball goes. I'll chase it down, and I'm intercepting everyone. I'm all over the shop. But yeah,
Sound
it's
like
good.
You're
Utter
so
nightmare.
much fitter, surely, than everyone you play with.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's good.
If you had to sing karaoke, what song would you pick?
Oh, I already know the answer to this. I would probably sing. There's a Niall Horan song, Slow Hands, or I can't sing either. I'm really bad. I sound like, because my nose is broke. It's like I've got a peg on my nose. But there's that Niall Horan song, and me and my daughter sing Shallow.
Oh, from A Star
Lady
Is
Gaga.
Born.
Yeah, me and my daughter sing
Oh,
that.
Nice.
what a tune.
Yeah, probably it'd be one of them two.
My girlfriend plays that all the time, and I was like, it's rubbish. And I'm just like, I find myself singing it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I do the Bradley Cooper bit, she does the Lady Gaga bit. Are you happy in this modern world?
Oh, I know what you mean about the nose.
Oh,
My daughter's got a playlist now for the car. It's taught every time we get in the car. It's like, Daddy, can you put my playlist? Oh, yeah, there's Frozen in there. There's all kinds of nonsense. Although I have indoctrinated her to some degree. So
Some Oasis.
there's a Stone Roses. She likes Sally Cinnamon.
Great song.
There's some Springsteen in there. Her name's Cherry, so she likes Sherry Darling.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's her name, basically, isn't it?
Basically, yeah.
What would your karaoke song be?
Funnily enough, we did last time we toured Japan. We did Born Slippy.
No
We
way.
did do Born Slippy, and it was we were just stood there going, "These lyrics are amazing." I never really, yeah, it does say other stuff, though. But we were in there going, we battered it. It was great, loads of fun.
If it was Christmas tomorrow, what present would you want?
I don't think you could wrap it up, could you? It's a fight at the City Ground.
Imagine if we could make that happen. What would you want for Christmas, Paul, if it was tomorrow?
Nothing I'd really want. Do you know what? I've been building a business for 3 years, and we've not been on holiday. I went on holiday, Matthew. We're going on holiday this year. I'm taking my family on holiday.
Can we go to Mexico?
No, I think we're trying to go to Tuscany.
Mate, it is fantastic.
Is it?
Mate, the wine is out of this world.
I'm sold.
I went a few years ago. It's brilliant. And just the vineyards, just rolling hills. You can go on these vineyards. There's wild boars everywhere, so you got to be careful.
Wild boars!
What is your favourite household chore?
Favourite chore? I don't know, but off the top of my head, I was bragging about my mum's iron yesterday. It gets hot like that, and it's steam as well. So like,
Perfect.
I plug it in, I lay whatever I'm ironing, get the iron, and I press the steam button. Steam's ready there. Boof, bang, ready.
Is it one of those ones that's got the steamer like?
Yeah, it's like a big one, but literally 20 seconds less, 0 to 60 in like 18, 17 seconds. So by the time I've got the iron out, plugged the iron in, put my top on, spread it out, gone to iron, bang, steam ready.
I love you can't beat a good iron. It's
You
my
love it,
favourite
don't
chore.
you?
Ironing is my favourite
So
household chore.
I'm going to say that's probably
Do you think that would take the joy out of it, though?
No.
I mean, it was so good.
No, amazing. That's the dream, isn't it? For all ironers, is to work with the best for the very best tools.
You know, on Twitter, there's a thing that keeps popping up. My mate Jordan keeps liking it. It's someone that goes around the country and like there's hand dryers in bathrooms, and they keep popping up like they're rating them and that like terrible or really good or amazing.
Yes, I love stuff
We should
like
do it
that.
with irons because
That's a great idea.
we should do it.
I used one recently that had like headlights on it. It's got a light on the front.
Why
so
would you?
So you can see the
you're
creases.
All right, you're up at 3:30 in the morning, 4:30. You got a job in a factory somewhere. You're running a line.
Yeah,
You need to iron your shirt. You don't want to wake the family up.
exactly.
So you keep all the lights off. You put your iron lights on.
Yeah,
And off you go.
full beam.
Beautiful.
Dip them if someone comes into the
Oh,
room.
nice.
What about when you go away? When you go away, you've got no iron, and you have to
I
borrow.
hate it.
I went to Portugal, and there's no iron. Well, they have 2 irons in this hotel with about 1,000 rooms, and there was no iron. They was already lent out, and was going out. It's like, I'm waiting for this iron. Sat there, she's like, oh, just put the shower on hot, put your top on the thing,
Yes.
and let the steam. So I did it. Did not work.
No,
It doesn't work.
And your
But
top's
half an hour, steam everywhere. The top was just still wrinkled up. I was like, it didn't work.
Oh, you can't beat a good iron. Is really. I'm absolutely on the same page with this.
Let's get a Twitter going. Rate my iron or something. Honestly, if you get a 2 minutes, look for the hand dry one because they're quite comical. You know, people rate them. They're quite comical. There's somewhere you get like a brand new hand dryer. Then next to it, there's an old one, but they're both still working. It's like they're just hammering them. It's so
So
good.
these would be like Leicester
And
Forestry Services.
It tells you the place.
northbound.
Yeah, it tells you the
I love it.
location. It's so good.
I mean, you
And some
can't
of them
beat
are like 30 years old.
Airblades. The Airblade 2 as well, the V. Because the one where you dip it in, I always thought that felt a bit unhygienic.
Yeah.
That the water's going to sort of collect at the bottom and they sometimes look a bit cruddy. Whereas the
Put the
Airblade
water
V,
on the floor as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the old-fashioned, really hot, council toilet ones are
Oh,
just...
some of them you go in and you think, oh, great, they're going to blast my hands dry. You put your hands under it, it goes... and it don't even blow. You're
That's like hotel hair dryers
You
as
might
well.
as well just put it on your jeans and walk out because it's just waste of time. They'd probably drip dry quicker.
Yeah.
So you're better off.
What's your favourite meal to cook? Oh, no, we did that, didn't we?
Done that,
Sorry.
we done that.
Sorry, I've got back. Favourite place to eat in Nottingham?
Oh, without a doubt, Dino's.
Oh, excellent.
You been Dino's?
No.
Oh, do you know what?
Where is it?
I'm not sure I want to share this with you, because it's a small place, and if I promote it, people might go, and it's already hard to get a table. It's in. So it's
Not if you're the champ.
Of course, yeah.
True. No, I'm only joking. No, so Dino's, it's my friend's. It's like a wine cocktail bar where the trams go round, where Lloyd's is.
Yep.
So Sainsbury's.
Yep.
So keep coming back where the trams go, and there's a one-way street there that goes down to Hockley. So they do food. Only certain days. You need to ring up to book a table because it does get really busy, but the food's amazing. I have steak there. It's unreal.
right.
Literally unreal.
That is a great, great tip.
Next time you're up, Matt, let's do it.
It's a little gem there, and it's the place is really nice inside. It's Italian family. It's quite nice. So yeah, if you want a romantic meal, I definitely advise it.
Let's have a nice romantic meal there. Next time you're up.
Let's
Got
do it, the three of
candles.
us. Favourite book?
My favourite book, probably the Frotch book was strange to read because there's so many comparisons. The Kirkland Lamb book as well, very good. I want to say the Kirkland Lamb book is probably one of my favourites. I got it for Christmas. It's really expensive. They only made so many,
Really?
so I got it for Christmas. Mum paid a lot of money for it. Yeah, in the hundreds. So yeah,
Wow.
Oh, my word.
yeah, it's quite rare. And
What, limited edition or something?
I just don't think that many was made. So Kirkland Lang. So I had this book and I wanted him to sign it for so long, and it's quite a bit heartfelt this. So I wanted this book signing. I had this book for a few years, and I know his brother Tony Lang. He was British and Commonwealth champion, I think he was. So I arranged to go see Kirk, and he wasn't very well at all. He couldn't really sign it, and I was quite upset about it. So I had a photo with Tony and Kirkland together, and I got Tony to sign my book instead, and I've still got the book now.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah.
Nice one.
So that's my favourite book.
Oh, what a great story to
Yeah.
go with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I printed the photo off, and it's in the book and it's signed. So yeah, it's very close to me, that book is now.
Oh, that is really
So-
cool.
And another book, obviously, my old mentor Brendan Ingle. I've got his book, Paddy and the Prince, and he signed it before he passed away as well. So yeah, them two books are like literally they're like my blocks of gold there. So
I love
Wow.
getting books signed. I've got a real thing for getting... I've got like Cloughie's book signed, Stuart Pearce's. If I buy a book, I always try and at some point get them to autograph it.
Yeah, I think it's the only thing in terms of getting something autographed that I get.
yeah, because it's their book.
Yeah.
So, but you must understand fans wanting like a signed shirt.
Oh no, I don't get it. I've never understood it.
But Lee wants a signed shirt.
Yeah, by the whole team.
You starting on the champ, mate?
By the whole team. No, a collective whole team, like that jersey. There was a team that year. I mean, I think I like that.
And if you were to have Wood on the back, what number would you have?
Either 1 or 8. So 8's been my lucky number since I can remember. I say lucky number, coincidental number, did they say? Or
Yeah.
it's a regular number. So my date of birth's first of the 8th, 88. My house number is 8. I'm not going to tell you where I live. Unless you just send me some money, then I'll tell you. Yeah, so number 8 is the number that kept occurring. It's ended up being my lucky number. So it's either number 8 or number 1. Everyone wants to be number 1, don't they?
Of course, yeah. 3 was always mine, but I think that's just because I was obsessed with Stuart Pearce.
Yeah.
But it comes up a lot, 3, obviously, like in the Bible, the Holy Trinity. That's it.
De La Soul.
Yeah, 3 is seen as like a kind of... So 8's a really cool one, and it looks like infinity, doesn't it? So it's kind of got like universal kind of,
properties.
Yeah. Do you have a lucky number? 23 was what was your shirt number? 20? 20, that's it, yeah.
Not really, no.
Do you have any superstitions?
No.
Do you have any like pre-fight rituals? Do you have any like...
I tried to stay away from him. You can do your own editing. You can do your own editing.
Yeah.
Like people get into them. You start with 1 or 2, then someone says something, you remember that, then before you know it, you're walking down the street, hopping over lines, walking backwards, blindfolded, and looking at pigeons, saluting everything. You know what I mean? You can't. You just gotta look. If you've trained hard and you're willing to do what it takes to win, then that's all you need to know.
I can remember Craig Armstrong being sat there in a dressing room just before the game, and he'd gone quite quiet, and I think it was Woney heard him just talking to his boots. And he's rubbing his boots, going, "Come on, Boots, do your stuff." Having a chat to his boots, like it's his boots.
But if it works, I mean, imagine someone going, "I think I've just seen Leigh Wood walk into Dino's backwards." I think he was talking to a pigeon. I mean, I didn't say anything to him because he knocked me out.
So before my last fight, I had a pair of boots and I wore them 7 times, and all 7 opponents had touched down in them. So I've put all 7 opponents. I've worn them 7 times. All 7 have touched down. And before the last fight, the Joyce fight, I posted them and said, "Look, I've worn these boots 6 times. All 6 opponents have touched down, and I'm wearing these boots in my next fight." And then obviously I put him down and I stopped him. I wore the same boots again for my last fight and I didn't put him down. So I kind of broke the curse. Now they're going. I'm going to start with a new pair.
Do you keep? We ask a lot of ex-players this. Do you keep your shorts and your boots?
Yeah, so every pair of shorts I've ever boxed in, I've got them.
Brilliant.
I've got them, yeah. So.
Gloves?
Yeah, title fights. Normally what happens is when you box in a title fight, they let you keep the gloves you wear because obviously they provide the gloves. My last fight, they didn't have me keep them. They've been tight, so maybe if I'd have won, they'd have let me. I'm not sure.
What are they going to do? Reuse them?
Sometimes they do, yeah.
No.
So they use them for about 4 or 5 fights normally. The British Border Control.
It was like back in the day, we were never allowed to swap shirts. Like, let's swap shirts every game now. You always go, "You got shirts?" I've got about 6. You get them at the end of the season.
You
back
want
in
to
the day.
go to a title fight with second-hand gloves on? Although actually, you might want to.
To be fair,
I've
I've
been
put
worn
gloves
down a
on
bit.
in non-title fights. They circulate the gloves a lot, and I put them on, and I've felt my hands straight through them. There's nothing in them.
Oh.
They're just flat. So yeah, but imagine you're like, "Well, that's wicked," yeah. But then you're thinking, the kid you're fighting's got the same pair.
Of course, yeah, nightmare. Leigh, this has been such a pleasure.
No,
We're really grateful that you come in. We're all really proud of you, and we can't wait for you to be a world champion.
Thank you.
At the City Ground.
At the City Ground. Let's make it happen.
Imagine the feeling. Imagine.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for coming in. And don't forget, you can tweet the show at RRD1865. Email us, rrd1865@outlook.com. And please leave a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts because it helps other Forest fans find it. We'll see you soon. You Reds.